higher.
Under Calgary's sun, where the Rockies rise, KCCO vibes, it's no surprise. We're living large, oh Canada, partying hard all night and day. Turn up the beat, feel that bassline drop. With Child Nation, we'll never stop. Raise your glass, let's make a toast to the West Coast, who does it most. KCCO Calgary, where we come alive. Chive on Canada, let's feel the vibe. In the heart of Alberta, where the fun don't cease. Raving through the night, finding inner peace. From the prairies to the peaks, we gather here with friends so dear and spirits clear. Chavo Canada, we all unite for freedom, kindness, and endless light. Turn up the beat, feel that bassline drop. With Chive Nation, we'll never stop. Raise your glass, let's make a toast to the West Coast, who does it most. KCCO Calgary, where we come alive. Chive on Canada, let's feel the Under the northern lights we lose control. Our hearts beat as one, a collective soul. KCCO, Calgary, where dreams take flight. Together we conquer the longest night. KCCO, Calgary, where we come alive. Jive on Canada, let's feel the vibe. In the heart of Alberta, where the fun don't cease. Raving through the night, finding inner peace. So let's keep dancing till the morning light. With KCCO spirit, we'll be alright. Oh Canada, and we stand so tall in this of nation, we'll never fall. Under Calgary sky, where the Rockies shine, KCCO vibes we unwind. With Chavo Canada, a unity call. Dancing through the night, we give our all. Feel the beat drop, let your spirits fly. Together we rise, reaching for the sky. Raise a glass high for the Jive Nation, spreading love and joy across our great nation. KCCO, Calgary, we come alive. Jive on Canada, we thrive. In Alberta's heart, where the fun won't cease. Raving through the night, finding inner peace. From the prairies to the peaks, we gather near. With friends so dear and spirits clear. Jive, oh Canada, and we unite as one. Celebrating life till the night is done. Feel the beat drop, let your spirits fly. Together we rise, reaching for the sky. Raise a glass high for the Jive Nation, spreading love and joy across our great nation. KCCO, Calgary, we come alive. Jive on Canada, we thrive. In Alberta's heart, where the fun won't cease. Raving through the night, finding inner peace. Under northern lights, our souls ignite. With KCCO, everything's right. Jive, oh Canada, and we stand tall. With unity and love we conquer all. KCCO, Calgary, we come alive. Jive on Canada, we thrive. In Alberta's heart, where the fun won't cease. Raving through the night, finding inner peace. So let's keep dancing till morning light. With KCCO spirit, we'll be alright. Jive, oh Canada, and we stand so tall. In this Jive Nation, we'll never fall. Oh, so let's keep dancing till morning light. With KCCO spirit, we'll be alright. Jive, oh Canada, and we stand so tall. In this Jive Nation, we'll never fall. Under Calgary's sky, where the Rockies shine, KCCO vibes we unwind. With Jive, oh Canada, a unity call. Dancing through the night, we give our all. Feel the beat drop, let your spirits fly. Together we rise, reaching for the sky. Raise a glass high KCCO Calgary, we come alive. Shive on Canada, we thrive. In Alberta's heart where the fun won't cease.
Happy hump day to you. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. My name is Kevin, one of your KCCO Calgary admins. And what I like to do here is sort of share what's going on with KCCO Calgary in the community and also what's going on in Chive Nation and what's making the world 10% happier. What are you doing to make the world 10% happier? So, what we're experiencing today is a lot of heat. Yes, we're in the middle of summer now. So, it definitely is a little bit humid and a lot of hot. So, yeah, we are having a bunch of fans around. So, I don't know whether you can hear in the background or not, but it definitely is tough to try and keep cool. So, the next few days for all my American friends. Gonna be up in the 90s. So, what are we? I think we're ranging for my Canadian people. It's 30 to 33 for the next few days. So, it's going to be quite warm. And air quality isn't great here because we're dealing with forest fire smoke coming over from British Columbia. So, not exactly the best conditions, but we're gonna make it as good as we can. So, what I like to do here first is just say hello to John, who's joined us and is watching along. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful hump day. So, cheers, John. Appreciate you stopping on in and having a peek. So, as we like to do for the beginning of the streams here, we are going to do a little Chive Charities story from the chivecharities.org website. So, let's take these off now so I can actually see. But yeah, wearing sunglasses because it is super sunny out there and you've got to protect your eyes as much as you can from that bright sun. So if you head on over to the chivecharities.org website, they have a list of all the stories. And today we're going to look at a story about Harlan J. Built for Adventure. So if you ask Harlan's parents what people notice first about their son, neither of them hesitates. It's his smile. For a little boy who's never spoken a word, Harlan has always a remarkable way of communicating. His smile greets families as they walk into church each Sunday from the front row. It brightens grocery store aisles, is become so recognizable around town that strangers don't always remember his parents' names. They simply know him as Harlan's mom and dad, and it's a title they wear with pride. At 12 years old, Harlan lives with an extraordinarily rare mutation of the FITM2 gene, along with Dandy Walker syndrome. His body can't properly store fat from the food he eats. He cannot walk, crawl, talk, hold his head independently, or eat solid foods. He recently underwent surgery to receive a feeding tube and now faces additional breathing complications that require constant monitoring. His parents have learned to adapt to challenges they never imagined. Amanda stays home full-time to provide around-the-clock care. Harlan's dad, Frankie, a retired volunteer firefighter turned lead pastor, continues doing what first responders know well, solving problems one step at a time. Look at that smile. Sometimes those solutions don't come from a manual. Sometimes they come from a welder. Years ago, determined that his son deserved more than watching life from the sidelines, Harlan's dad cut apart an old tree stand, welded together a custom bracket, and secured a car seat to the back of his four-wheeler. Just like that, family adventures looked a little different. They rode country roads to visit grandparents. They explored together. Harlan grinned the entire way. He's always had such a big smile on his face, Frankie said. That smile has become the family's compass. Harlan always loved to explore. Before recent surgeries limited his mobility even more, he would roll himself through the house in search of new rooms, carefully maneuvering through doorways before kicking the door shut behind him. His parents laughed that if a door was left open, Harlan considered it an invitation to investigate. Outside has always been his favorite destination. He loves the ocean, fish, horses, Bluey, Toy Story, and feeling like he's part of whatever adventure everyone else is having. These days, he spends much of his time resting on a memory foam mattress on the floor, watching television or smiling as he watches other children run and play. His parents knows he wants to be with them. The challenge is getting there. Look at that. His everyday wheelchair works well on smooth pavement, but grass, gravel, trails, and uneven ground quickly become obstacles. Family outings often require carrying Harlan or physically lifting and balancing the chair over rough terrain. For a family that dreams in adventures, those limitations can feel especially heavy. Even so, hope has never been in short supply. Throughout the years of hospital stays, surgeries, new diagnoses, and unanswered questions, Harlan's parents have continued choosing happiness whenever they can find it. They laugh together, they celebrate every victory. They lean on their church, their family, and a community that has surrounded them with unwavering support. Look at that dog. So cute. His dad admits asking for help didn't always come naturally, though. As a retired firefighter and lifelong fixer, he was used to carrying the weight of himself. Harlan changed that. This boy has broke me, he said with a laugh. Now if I need help, I don't hesitate. That willingness to accept help is what led them to Chive Charities. Thanks to your generosity, Harlan is receiving an adaptive all-terrain wheelchair that will allow him to venture far beyond sidewalks and parking lots. Rocky trails, parks, beaches, maybe even some more neighborhood adventures. And the total impact was $5,684. There he is at the beach. His dad is already thinking ahead, planning small modifications to make the chair fit Harlan perfectly because that's simply what he does. He builds things that make adventure possible. Look at that. What a cool Halloween costume. Maybe they'll stay close to home and explore their church grounds. Maybe they'll head towards the mountains. Maybe they'll find themselves back at the beach where Harlan once ran across the sand in his father's arms. Wherever they go, one thing is certain. Harlan will lead the way. What a cute little kid. So yeah, just then we'll ask if you want to become a donor to Chive Charities. So what a great story, being able to take the initiative from the son to be able to ask for help. That's a powerful thing. So let us get into the presentation, because today we're going to be talking about, there we go. We're going to be talking about some ghost towns, because last week we had some fun, and we came across something being a ghost town. So that's prompted me to take a look at what are some of the ghost towns that we have here in Alberta, and which ones should I go and visit. So here we go, the weekly dump special. 10 Alberta towns that vanished. So from CPR railway tracks to coal rushes, communities rose overnight, only for nature and time to reclaim them completely. So the number one site that definitely is within driving distance to go and take a look at is the Bankhead in Banff National Park. So the vibe is sort of mountains meet abandoned industrial ruins. So it was built in 1903 by the CPR to supply anthracite coal for locomotives and hotels. The peak population, nearly 1,000 residents with electricity, schools, and a bandstand. And then what remains? Massive concrete lamp foundations, coal cars, and a scenic park trail. So that one is close that I think I should be able to go and visit. Next one. And at the end, I'll show you on a map where all of these locations are. So Wayne, and that is in the Badlands of Alberta. Once a bustling coal mining community of over 2,000 people during the 1920s boom. Today, access requires crossing 11 bridges over the Rosebud River. Historic Last Chance Saloon still serves drinks inside the original hotel, complete with bullet holes in the wall. That would be cool to go and see authentic bullet holes in a location like that. Then, number 3, Rowley in Starland County. So basically, it's a prairie set from a movie, literally. A vibrant CPR railway hamlet that dried up as regional transport shifted. Preservation: unbelievably preserved prairie grain elevators and an old schoolhouse and a saloon. Local volunteers maintain the entire town as an open air museum. That's cool. I grew up in Manitoba and saw a lot of the grain elevators as well, so it's a familiar sight, and it's nice to see those ones still up and not running, but still standing up and not being blown over or wet Mother Nature taking a toll on it, and being maintained by the local volunteers. This is one of the coolest one, and I know I will never do this because I'm not a scuba diver. So submerged under glacial water. Established in 1886 as a popular summer resort town, complete with hotels, wharves, and cottages. However, in 1941, the hydroelectric dam flooded the entire valley, submerging the town site under 98 feet of water. And now it's a famous scuba diving destination. My brother-in-law does do scuba diving, and he this is on his list of places to visit, and I can't remember if he has been already, but it is so cool to have an entire town preserved underwater like that. Mountain Park. Mining above the clouds. The built in 1911 at 6,200 feet, making it one of Canada's highest towns. Dismantled. Post World War II decline in coal demand forced residents to vacate by 1950. The highlight, home to Canada's highest alpine cemetery, marked by white picket fences. I have to take a look and see where that is. This is an amazing story here. Frank Slide. If you have ever traveled between Alberta and BC, you have traveled through Frank Slide. Buried in 90 seconds. April 29th, 1903, 110 million tons of limestone collapsed off Turtle Mountain, burying part of the town or coal town of Frank. Visitors today can stand amidst the massive limestone boulder field along Highway 3 and learn from world-class interpretive center. So that little line in the middle here, that's the highway that goes through. So yeah, that whole side of the mountain just gave way and buried the town. 110 million tons of limestone. That's a lot in such a short time frame. Next one is Alderson in Palliser. The Dust Bowl relic. Originally named Carlstadt, it started as a booming homesteading hub. The collapse of it, devastating 1930s droughts and prairie fires wiped out surrounding farms. And what remains? Crumbling concrete steps leading to nowhere in the tall prairie grass. So that's another place I'll have to see where it is and whether I can make a trip to see it. Next one, number 8, Nordegg in Clearwater, the pioneer model coal town. Founded in 1911 as modern planned coal mining town with warm indoor facilities and amenities. When railways converted to diesel in the 1950s, the mine closed. It is now designated a National Historic Site, offering tours of intact mine structures. Interesting. Okay, only a couple left here. Seabee in the Bow Valley, a modern hydroelectric ghost town. It was the purpose constructed to house employees operating nearby hydroelectric dams. The active era remained fully inhabited and maintained well into the early 2000s. And the current state, decommissioned streetscapes, empty homes, and administrative buildings. See if there's any other notes here. Yeah, this is sort of the modern company ghost towns, ghost story. All right. Then number 10 to wrap things up. We are going to Etsikam in the prairie region. Creaking Wooden Giants, a prairie farming settlement a prairie farming settlement severely depopulated after the 1918 flu pandemic and intense regional droughts. It is now home to the Canadian Historic Windmill Museum, featuring rustic abandoned buildings and restored vintage windmills against the prairie sky. That would be cool to go and see those. So, by the numbers, the key ghost town metrics. 11 bridges crossed along Highway 10X to reach the saloon in Wayne. 98 feet. Depth of the submerged Minnewanka town site beneath glacial waters. 6,200 feet. Altitude of Mountain Park, one of Canada's highest historical towns. So, ethics and safety. So, when you go there, they recommend downloading offline maps beforehand because cell service drops rapidly across remote badlands and alpine passes, which totally makes sense. Leave no trace. Respect private property boundaries. Leave artifacts intact and preserve historic structures for others to enjoy. And of course, safety first. Watch out for decaying timbers, open mine pits, rusted nails, and local wildlife in remote areas. So that, in a quick nutshell, is 10 towns in Alberta that have been abandoned and, yeah, look very, very interesting to go and visit. So let me pull up a map and I'll show you where all of these places are. There we go. So right in the middle, near the bottom, just above that train engine, you can see that's where Calgary is. And then Bankhead, Seabee, Lake Minnewanka, and Frank are all in the mountains. Mountain Park is up by Edmonton, and Nordegg is between Edmonton and Calgary. And more over towards the Alberta-Saskatchewan border is, let's see, Wayne, Alderson, and Rowley is heading over there as well, and Etsegum. So definitely worth day drives. Or I could go and visit some people and make a road trip out of it. So let's do this and so yeah, let me know which places that you would be interested in going to take a look after hearing a bunch of that information. So I think that's kind of cool that we have some ghost town in our modern day. So I'm gonna have to plan a trip and go and visit. So, all right. Well, I'm going to wrap things up here. Have a few things I still need to get done for this evening. So, want to wish you a happy hump day. Cheers to all of you and for taking the time out of your schedule today to join me. And hopefully you're having a warm, and staying cool with all the warm weather that's coming up. So cheers, everyone. Hopefully you're having a wonderful hump day and have a great rest of your week. And we will see you here next Wednesday. So cheers, everyone. Chive on. Cheers.
So full of noise and clatter, we dream of making things just a bit better. Small changes adding up to a greater whole. Let's ignite the spark, let's reach our goal. We'll make the world 10% brighter. With love and kindness we'll be fighters. Every action counts, every little letter. Together we'll make the world 10% and brighter. Love and kindness will be lighter. Every action counts, every little lighter. Together we'll make the world 10% better. So let's join hands, let's start today in making the world a brighter place.